Hello everyone. So I might look a little bit tired. Started prep this week for a show coming here in mid-July, so cutting back the calories a little bit and increasing the cardio and training harder than ever. So yeah, that's generally what happens. All right. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about writing therapy. So in the past I've talked about, if you feel, you're depressed, you're anxious, you're struggling with some post-traumatic stress, or you're just feeling overwhelmed, that you should go seek support. Go to therapy, or go to some sort of counseling or something like that. Try not to fight this on your own. But unfortunately, I know very few people will actually go out and do that. There's just something about opening up to others can be very difficult. Sharing those deep personal feelings, it's just something a lot of people don't want to do. Hell, it's difficult for a lot of people to even be attuned and open up to themselves. Most people just tread along, struggling in life, not understanding why they feel the way that they feel. One way to overcome this is to write, right? Write about your feelings, write about your stressors in life, right? So you can write about your traumatic experience or whatever's troubling you. Write about the facts and details of that experience that you can remember, and then write about how that made you feel at the time of the incident and how it makes you feel now and how that impacts your life, right? So I'll give you an example. So the focus should be on you. So say somebody was abused as a child by their father, physically or mentally abused. And they might write, when you hit me, I was scared. I was terrified because I never knew how far you might take it. I felt abandoned. I felt alone. I felt no one loved me. When I look back on it now, it makes me angry. It makes me angry that someone could do that to someone they loved. It makes me angry that I was weak. I hate you for doing that to me. I physically want to hurt you right now. Because of the abuse, I could not concentrate in school, receiving poor grades, not qualifying for college. I played the victim, refusing to stand up for myself, being bullied my entire childhood. I started taking anabolic steroids at a young age to get bigger, so people wouldn't fuck with me anymore. And now I have health issues. Worst of all, I became you. Right, so that's something that's very powerful, right? So they wrote about the traumatic event. Well, I didn't really cover that, but they would write about the traumatic event and the details behind that, how that made them feel at the time, how that makes them feel now, and how that impacted their life, right? So there's been a lot of studies that have shown that writing therapy helps improve mental and physical health. By providing its own exposure therapy. You'll likely lessen the impact of the trauma over time. This can increase serotonin release. It can drop your cortisol levels, decrease blood pressure, and help adrenal function. Right, and also improve your immune system. Right, so I write often. Yes, I do go to therapy, but even going to therapy, there's some things that I find very difficult to bring up to the counselor sometimes. And so if there's something that I know I'm going to struggle through, I'll write it down before I even get there. And sometimes I'll read it. And even reading it in front of them can be very difficult to get through, right? So sometimes it's, I won't say I ever write poetry, but if you write poetry, that's great, right? So a lot of times they're just ramblings. Sometimes I write stuff that I share with you. I've actually published stuff here, like The Warrior's Burden and stuff like that. But if you can't open up to somebody else, at least open up to yourself, all right? So get out there and start writing. I guarantee you're going to feel better, all right? So let's fucking go. All right, so our veteran highlight this week goes out to my Marine buddy, Sean Lynch. So Sean and I were first introduced at Infantry Squad Leaders course. He was one of my students, right? So it seems to be a trend. I get a lot of students for Infantry Squad Leaders course. And then we ended up serving together in 1-3, did a couple deployments together. phenomenal Marine. So this dude's a beast, right? So he's getting ready for his own show, and he's only maybe an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches taller than me, and he's getting ready to step on stage 70 pounds heavier than me, and he is shredded, right? So he's finally kicking his own personal coaching business up off the ground, strength over struggle, and he's helping individuals crush their goals and achieve greatness in any aspect of life. We will not only focus on fitness and nutrition, but also healthy lifestyle, mentally and emotionally, right? So he's done combat deployments, so he's battled through his own post-traumatic stress, depression, anxiety, and all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for a coach that's going to help you turn your life around, reach out to Sean Lynch, and I will leave his contact information in the comments section. You can hit him up on Facebook or Instagram, and I guarantee you he's going to go out there and help you achieve your goals. All right? Thanks.